Hello, I'm Peter Towers. Welcome to our subscribers in ESS BIZTOOLS and ESS BizGrants to Members Alert. My apologies, we're a little bit late in February. We've been flat out developing a new website for ESS BIZTOOLS, which I'll have some great news for you when we send you your next news alert in a couple of weeks' time. There's a number of issues that I want to discuss with you today, though these are crowdsource funding intermediaries have been appointed. So that's really heralded the start of the capital raising activities for crowdsource funding equity raising. If you haven't already done so, I can suggest that you do an analysis of your clients. Who has turnovers under $25 million on a group basis, obviously? Who has group assets valued at less than $25 million? Is the company not listed on a stock exchange anywhere in the world? Then that company has passed the preliminary test to be a crowdsource funding company. The rest of it's up to the directors of the company and you. Does the company have an ambition? Are the directors keen to expand the business or acquire other businesses and could do with some equity capital? Does the company have some very high debts at present, whether they're loans or credit card debts that they'd like to get rid of? And obviously the company does need a vision. It has to have some plan as to where the business is going, because there has to be some attraction for investors to want to invest in these companies that aspire to raise up to $5 million in a 12-month period. So why not run a seminar or a webinar for your clients? Invite those ones that fit that category. Have a conversation with them. You might be amazed what emerges. Our estimate is that for an accountancy business to help the client right through the business planning, budgets, cash flow forecasts, information memorandum, the preparation of the crowdsource funding offer document, fees would be in the vicinity of $20,000 to $50,000. It's also very interesting work, besides being a new income stream for your firm. Corporate governance network is something new that we're starting later in March. A couple of years ago, we started running one-day workshops for the Australian Government's Entrepreneurs Program, which is part of Oz Industry, targeted at company directors of small, medium enterprises and officers of charities and not-for-profits. It was a Reader's Digest version of the Australian Institute of Company Directors Diploma course. And we had people from all types of businesses attending those workshops. And when they completed their appraisals, one of the similar comments was, well, what follows up from this? What's next? Now, most of these people were in regional areas, mining areas that had been identified by the government as being areas that needed some extra mentoring available to them. So what we've decided to do is to present 6 90-minute webinar workshops targeted at company directors, officers and committee members and officers of not-for-profits and charities. The first webinar is on the 28th of March, and because it's a holiday type period, we've decided that we will repeat that particular webinar presentation on the 9th of May. We'll get beyond the month of April, which has got the Commonwealth Games and also school holidays throughout Australia. And then from there on, the webinars are spaced about every 6 to 8 weeks through 2018-19, finishing in February in 2019. And then if there's sufficient interest, we'll start the process again. We have a number of keynote speakers going to participate in the webinars with me, people who are experts in leadership, marketing, sales, people management, Fair Work Australia issues, workplace health and safety, debtors management, budgets and cash flow forecast. So we'll be presenting a variety of material. You can have a look at the full program and the information sheet that we've prepared that's attached to the written members alert that you have now received. The invite is open to all of your team if they wish to participate in this preparation to be a company director, or any of your clients or their team members. The subscription is $499 for the 12 months, including GST, and there is a special discount available for more than one person attending from an organisation. It's all detailed in the attachment. Personal Property Securities Register. Are you looking at it as being a new income opportunity? Over $400 million has been lost by Australian small, medium and large and international company operating in Australia. So everyone unfortunately has lost money through this process of not being aware of the requirement to protect a business's assets by registering on the PPSR. Our suggestion in the month of March is you look at conducting some seminars, group your clients, go through and identify who fits into what categories, tradies and subcontractors. One of the biggest problems for them is liquidators' preferential payment claims, a real problem area that's emerged for those sorts of businesses. Primary producers, farmers. One of the big issues there is protecting their assets when they place their cattle or sheep or other livestock on agistment on someone else's property. Wholesalers and retailers. One of the big issues there is stock or other assets that have been stored or are located on someone else's premises. There's no problem as long as there's no insolvency event, but in these days one never knows when a liquidator, receiver or manager or trustee in bankruptcy is likely to be appointed on someone else's assets that your client has some of their property stored at, and that's when they can have a lot of problems. When you start using our PPSR due diligence package, have a close look please at BAS 1645. It's the identification of personal property. I think that's where you should start. Sit down and basically ask your client, what was their situation last night? Where were their assets? Who owes them money? What contracts are they been getting progressive payments on? And then you'll get a good idea of the potential risk that your client's running if they are not continually reviewing their potential exposure from every customer and every transaction and activity they do with their assets relative to registering that transaction on the Personal Property Securities Register. We also have the schedule of government grant deadlines for Australian, state and territory government grant applications that are coming up in March and the next couple of months for your information. So thank you very much for your support of ESS BIZTOOLS and ESS BizGrants. I look forward to talking to you, and we'll make sure we get this next version of Members Alert out to you early in March, because we are going to announce our new website at that time. So we look forward to talking to you then and giving you guidance as to how you will be able to utilise our new website, hopefully to offer a better service to your clients. Have a great day. Goodbye.